Coming up next on This Week in Torrance, there's a new medical facility opening up here in Torrance. We'll bring you to the newest urgent care center. Plus, we'll tell you why these people are so important to the Torrance YMCA. Then we'll show you how to be merry and safe this holiday season. And these runners give it their all before giving thanks. These stories and much more are just seconds away. Your local news starts right now. Hello everyone and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Jin Chun. Thanks for joining us. Today we're coming to you from the Torrance Police Officers Association's Santa Float. Every year the float travels through the streets of Torrance, and with a police escort, Santa pays the city an early visit, greeting children and spreading holiday cheer. Now, the TPOA is a nonprofit organization representing 237 sworn police officers. The association is dedicated to serving the community in a number of great ways, including the Santa Float. Later in the show, we'll tell you how you can find out when Santa is coming to your neighborhood. But first, here's our top story. Despite gloomy economic predictions, Americans kicked off the shopping season in a big way. Cyber Monday, the big online shopping day after Thanksgiving, rang up more than $1 billion in sales this year. That's up 16% from last year, and Cyber Monday may be the new Black Friday. According to early reports, more consumers purchased gifts on Cyber Monday than on Black Friday. Sounds like good news for retailers, but maybe not for all employers. Reports also found nearly half of the shoppers used their work computers to make Cyber Monday purchases. Speaking of technology, it's gotten better with regard to calling 911. When cell phones were rare, these emergency calls were first routed to the California Highway Patrol. But as cell phone use increased, so did 911 calls, which overwhelmed CHP call centers. Today, calls are dispatched to local police and fire agencies first. As a result, CHP officers have significantly reduced the time callers wait for someone to answer. And overall, the number of 911 calls from cell phones that get busy signals has dropped. 3 years ago, that number was nearly 5 million. Today, about 1 million calls receive busy signals. Wireless calls now eclipse landline emergency calls 2 to 1. Well, hopefully you won't have an emergency driving down this popular 1.3-mile stretch. Soon, motorists driving on Anza Avenue between Pacific Coast Highway and Sepulveda Boulevard may be happy to hear the speed limit will increase from 30 to 35 miles per hour. Per state law, limits are required to be set at or below the speed at which 85% of motorists drive. After a traffic study, the Torrance City Council adopted the speed increase so that the stretch of road does not constitute an illegal speed trap. The new speed limit will go into effect beginning January. House Supermarket was once known for staying open around the clock, but after 10 years, the door has permanently closed on the Torrance location. And without wasting any time, a new store has opened in its place. It's been a smooth and successful transition between two grocery chains. Super A Foods purchased the House Market at 190th Street and Anza Avenue. Regular shoppers are happy to see familiar faces and say that both the products and prices seem about the same. Super A plans on keeping the house staff, and while they may spruce things up a bit, store manager Fred Thies says other changes will come gradually. So far, the biggest changes have been to reduce prices on some of their items. And for a store whose motto is "Save Every Day," Thies says to plan on more reductions in the future. Super A Foods has 12 other locations. Now, what do you get when you combine 50 students, volunteers, 3,800 participants, 30 local sponsors, and hundreds of prizes? A recipe for a very special Thanksgiving event. Fawn Keim tells us more.
The ice blue sunshine did nothing to warm the early morning, as everyone from serious runners to miniature pinchers began their Thanksgiving day.
She loves the attention.
All gathered for the 31st annual Harry Sutter Memorial Turkey Trot. Jim Disney's whole family participated for the first time.
Because we thought it was a great activity to get out and start the day on Thanksgiving.
Now give me 2 this way.
After a brief warm-up, the runners were off. Self-expression was encouraged on this fun run. In fact, participants didn't even have to run. Many just did whatever they wanted. The festivities continued with Councilman Tom Brewer handing out some terrific prizes.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. The person we're going to go away
In fact, 10 mountain bikes were given away. But no one lost sight of the real reward for participating. A literal truckload of canned goods was donated.
Gave away thousands of cans of food to the needy in the South Bay. In general, it was a terrific event.
By late morning, it was clear this event was one of the most successful in recent memory. Everyone left feeling grateful and satisfied, and Thanksgiving had only just begun.
We're going to go home, eat, rest, watch some football.
Fawn Keim, Torrance City Cable, Channel 3.
Thanks, Fawn. Torrance High's Lima Kung came in first place for the women at 18 minutes 2 seconds, and David Cardina won the men's division, finishing at 14 minutes and 15 seconds. Now there's an alternative to the emergency rooms at the local hospitals. Coming up after the break, we'll tell you where you can go for urgent care right here in Torrance. But first, here's the current temperature outside.
Travel advisories to small business loans, retirement savings to Medicare coverage, ID theft protection to contacting elected officials, student loans to taxes online. Whether you have information to get or ideas to give, USA.gov is the official place to connect with your government. From surplus car auctions to finding a new job, our new mobile apps will keep you updated on the go. So, from marriage records to passport applications, veterans benefits to birth certificates, patent applications to energy-saving ideas, product recalls to home buying tips. Check out USA.gov, because the country runs better when we stay connected.
And now, another adventure with Savings Man.
Oh dear, I can't afford that.
Charge it. You can pay it off later.
Not so fast, credit card guy.
Savings Man.
Don't let him entice you, ma'am. Credit card guy can lead you to big trouble. You need a savings plan.
You're right, Savings Man.
Get this ballpark estimate worksheet at ChooseToSave.org. It will help you get started.
Gee, thanks, Savings Man.
No, thank you.
So visit ChooseToSave.org and get your ballpark estimate today.
The Torrance YMCA is an important part of the community, but it can only run with the support of some dedicated volunteers. Reporter Ravel Dominique takes us to an event that recognizes their contributions.
Award you the Great and Good Neighbor Award tonight.
Residents came out in celebration of another successful year of YMCA activities, and of course the volunteers that make them happen, many of whom were surprised by the awards.
It's very humbling. I'm still in shock. I never expected to get this award. It's a great honor.
Volunteers are recognized for sharing their time and talents with the South Bay community and the difference it makes in the lives of those helped. Each volunteer contributes in a special way.
I work at the school, I volunteer, and I read to children.
We help out with canned food drives and like Thanksgiving and Christmas and things like that.
The volunteers have a reciprocal relationship with the Y. They enjoy many of the programs offered, but they take their experiences one step further and give back to the community.
The Y really suits my needs as well as the community needs in a very holistic way.
6 South Bay individuals, along with Torrance company Alpine Electronics, received awards for community partnership, good neighbor, youth leadership, program services, and service above self. It was a night of food, laughs, and thanks. For CitiCABLE 3, I'm Ravel Dominique.
For more information on the Torrance Y, go to ymcala.org/Torrance South. For the last few years, thousands of urgent care centers have been opening across the country, and their popularity comes at a time of increasing medical costs. Typically, an urgent clinic can see you on the same day, but without the higher cost and longer wait time of an emergency room. Reporter Ravel Dominique takes us to the grand opening of the Urgent Care Clinic for Torrance Hospital IPA Medical Group.
friends, members, and co-workers of Torrance Hospital, IPA, or THIPA come out for the unveiling of their new urgent care center. This independent center serves 48,000 members, the majority of which are Torrance residents.
This is going to mean a lot for Torrance. It's going to help ease the burden at the emergency rooms. It's going to help serve the urgent care needs of the patients in the city of Torrance and surrounding areas as well.
The center is fully equipped to provide services for the young and elderly in need of urgent or emergency care. Patients are offered customized exam rooms, and a THIPA doctor is always available.
I look at this as the patient-centered timeshare. This is a place you can come for some extra care when your regular primary care physician isn't available.
This new center offers affordable rates while cutting out the long emergency room wait. It also sets itself apart with its new Senior Health Center. According to Chief Medical Officer Divya Joshi, THIPA's Urgent Care Center is the only of its kind that specifically caters to seniors. The Senior Health Care Center has a number of special services, including a geriatrician. The Urgent Care Center works with all aspects of patient care, from the physical to the emotional and social.
The goal and the aim of our Senior Health Center is to provide holistic 360-degree care to seniors.
Joshi says the urgent care staff takes their Hippocratic oath to heart. The philosophy of the center is to provide personalized and individualized health care to everyone. Their services are available to both members and the general public. People with a different insurance plan or none at all can also receive care.
We're here and we're not going to be turning away patients. We'll have a price for those patients to come and deliver excellent care to them as well.
The center officially opens its doors to the public Monday, December 6th. I'm Ravel Dominique for CitiCABLE 3.
Thanks, Ravel. The Urgent Care Center is located on Hawthorne Boulevard and is open 7 days a week. The hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. For more information, call 310-921-7100 or visit them online at THIPA.com. Each year, unattended Christmas trees are responsible for 200 fires, 15 deaths, and tens of millions of dollars in property damage. Reporter Adam Baxter gives us tips on how to keep the holidays merry, bright, and safe.
The holiday season is officially here, and Christmas trees are arriving by the hundreds.
I just love Christmas, so I like to decorate. It takes a good week to get it all done.
And for shoppers like Joe and Midge Payne who are looking for the perfect tree, the Torrance Fire Department hopes they'll remember to put safety above all other priorities when getting ready for the holidays.
Well, we do unplug them when we go out, leave, and then I try to watch the live one, make sure it doesn't get dried out, it stays moist.
Along with watching the water level in the tree, the fire department also says never go to sleep or leave the house without unplugging your holiday lights. And when purchasing your Christmas tree, there are a few things to keep in mind.
When you're shopping for the tree, you want to take the branch and pull on the needles and make sure that they're not coming off in your hand.
And while a real tree creates that irreplaceable smell of Christmas, artificial trees better protect your home thanks to fire-resistant branches. Real or fake, a Christmas tree without lights is just a pine tree. When stringing your lights, make sure that the wires aren't frayed and that all bulbs are in all the way. Also, be sure to use outdoor rated lights for decorations outside the home.
The reason that it's rated for outdoor use is that it's more waterproof so that it's not going to get in and start an electrical fire.
And finally, to keep your home extra safe, the fire department recommends LED light candles. The flameless candles we found at Armstrong Garden Center in Torrance are made from wax, have a scented candle smell, and even flicker like real candles. And whether you're using the lights indoor or out, you want to be sure and check for this UL listed. Let you know that they've been tested and they're safe. Wishing you a safe and happy holidays from Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Adam Baxter.
Thanks, Adam. Another tree option is a living tree. It won't dry out because it's alive, and after Christmas, you can plant it. Donate it to a tree-worthy cause, or if you take good care of it, use it again next year. For more information on holiday safety, go to Torrance Fire Department's page on the city's website at TorranceCA.Gov. Coming up, if you want to speak to Santa directly before Christmas Day, we'll tell you how you can find him right here in Torrance. Now here's your 5-day forecast.
Devastating house fires are often caused by something easily preventable, such as improperly using or storing solvents around open flames, pilot lights, and other types of ignition sources. New regulations to protect our region's air quality require the reformulation of thinners and solvents to make them much less polluting. Some of these new products may be more flammable than solvents you have previously used and need to be handled with care. On behalf of fire marshals throughout Southern California, please continue to follow these simple tips when handling paint thinners and solvents. Use solvents only in well-ventilated areas. Use and store all solvents away from flames, heat-producing appliances, and ignition sources. Remember to install the cap on the solvent container when not in use. Properly dispose of all such liquids at hazardous waste sites. Never pour them down the drain as they are toxic to the environment. Follow the instructions on the label. Please use all solvents and thinners responsibly so you can avoid this happening to you.
Just like the Air Force Thunderbird pilot I flew with, I have to make split-second decisions as a top fuel driver. Hi, I'm Brandon Bernstein, driver for Kenny Bernstein's 2010 Copart Lucas Oil Top Fuel Dragster. To make it in the NHRA, I've had to work hard, stay focused, and make smart decisions along the way. To reach your goals, you need to think straight, stay on track, and give your very best effort in everything you do. Make the right choices today and be ready for the challenges tomorrow. This message brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
If you have a Christmas list and want to personally hand it to the man in the red suit, Santa Claus will soon be making his way through Torrance during his annual early visit. He rides atop a float escorted by police cruisers and hands out candy canes to children on residential streets. Santa's route through Torrance started on Thanksgiving weekend, and he'll be visiting Torrance through December 18th. For a complete list of routes, go to the Torrance Police Officers Association website at tpoahome.net/index and click on the Santa Float schedule. You can also find out by tuning in to AM 1620 City Sounds or CitiCABLE Channel 3 for route updates. And that's going to do it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Jin Chun. If you've missed any portion of our show, you can catch us again at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. A special thanks to the Torrance Police Officers Association, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.